coming to us today, our first guest coming to sell some things on eBay with us, Nina Tampa.
Hey y'all, hello.
Hello, Nina. How are you on this evening?
Good, thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to see what I can get done with this for the greater good for my mission. So, should I show you how does this work? Do you want to see it?
Well, it starts with us talking at the same time, saying the same word.
We're in sync already. I'm curious about your item, but I'm also curious about your mission. I don't know which I want to hear about first. Michael, it's your seminar. Why don't you go?
You know, missions are very important to me, and I like to start with the most important detail and work to the most irrelevant. So let's start with the mission.
Well, I'm sure that you're very fact-based, but I would like to hope that maybe this will make you appraise it for a higher value. But I am a snail conservationist, and I am currently focusing my grant on lowering the CO2 emissions in the environment, which seems more like an overall problem, but specifically to my studies, conch shells need it to jump. So that's why I'm focusing on it.
Huh.
So I am not a snail conservationalist. I don't know all of the discourse, all of the lingo. So you mentioned a shell that is able to jump?
Yes. So they are gastropods. Most of them move very slowly. They do have one, what you would call a foot, but it's more just a unified slime. But conch shells in the ocean use CO2 and build it up in their bodies, and they jump away from predators. And they can't do it because we're using it all up. So we need the CO2 to save the snails.
Wow.
Interesting.
You know, I never knew that. I never understood why those conchs were always jumping away from me. But I get it. I get it now. I was intimidating to those poor sea creatures, and I apologize to each and every one of them for the hurt that I caused them during that time in South Padre Island when I was in college.
I know that they can seem very irrelevant because they're small, but it can spiral out of control very quickly.
Well, we don't want this whole species to be unable to be mobile.
Wait, was that a snail joke with the spiral like their shell? Was that a little sly? I see you, Nina. I see you. That was real. It was real sly.
I think it's just in my heart as a conservationist. But my item that I have that I think will have the most value, it is my copy of the Oregon Trail. It is not a first edition. It is, in fact, stolen from the library. But I feel like it has illustrations that are racist enough for it to be worth money. So I just wanted to get some feedback on if this will help me. Hold on, there's a really good one in here. I mean, this buffalo is just going to town.
Could you hold that up a little bit more in the camera there? I saw a lot of title and not a lot of buffalo action. Woo, buddy. Oh, God.
They have a very Dolly-esque style to them. I mean, I guess this one's pretty to the point. I mean, there's nothing really left of the imagination there. But
no.
Yep. Cut and dry.
I wanted to get, I don't know what other parts of it you would need to see. If maybe you need to see the author. I personally thought it would be more like the game. That's why I want to get rid of it. But what do you think?
Wow.
I think you've correctly pinpointed your attention on the troubling imagery present throughout the book. Tom, I'm gonna take this one, Tom.
Okay? Take it. I'm trying to find stuff about on eBay what would be best category for her to sell that. So you go ahead and take it away while I do my computer research on this busted ass computer in this weird internet cafe.
So, Nina, I understand that snails, when it rains, they like to come out into the public areas. They like to bring themselves out. Now, I like that metaphor because a lot of times when the going gets tough or things seem like we're in a dark period, the inner snail in us is challenged to also bring ourselves out into these spaces.
That was beautiful.
The book you have there, it looked like there's a lot of like Western propaganda placed through there. And although Tom and I exist in a fictional world, we are aware of reality and what's happening in the reality we hear so much about. And I would posit you to list this book on eBay.com as an experience. You're not selling this book here. You're selling an experience. And that experience has two parts. First part is a reminder of what was published, deemed publishable, whenever that was published. I'm assuming sometime before 1962. Do you have a published date on there?
Yes, 31.
31. Now, the second part of this experience is repurposing this book into either some kind of art piece or public spectacle. Tie some fireworks to it, set them off, throw it down a hill. Basically
like
anything.
Like a GoFundMe to destroy it?
Yes.
Got
but
it.
Be careful. Be careful not advertising too hard that this is for the destruction. eBay does have some rules about that. But how do you feel comfortable with going down that road as far as destroying this piece?
Absolutely. Whatever has to be done for the snails.
That's right. Tom, have you done some research there on your screen for similar items?
Yeah, I mean, I found a couple items that are in the realm of the Oregon Trail, the game. Disappointing. My you know what it is. Disappointing. You know, it's a real shame to see that nobody's willing to look at this book for what it is. Even if you're just selling the book, even that 1931 edition, which I've found an article here that says it's got awesome illustrations, which is not how you spell illustrations, but goddamn, they tried.
This is so much more than a book.
Exactly.
Now
but you wouldn't have known that if you didn't come talk to us. Now, did you?
I know. What would I do without y'all?
I don't know.
Please.
I don't know what we'd do without you.
Without your mission, we're nothing, okay? We would just be flailing in the wind here. But I do want to warn you, and this is sort of an ethical gray area. Most likely the person who is going to buy this book is going to be a white person. And they're going to feel like this is empowering for themselves. There might be some kind of selfish internal element to it rather than a positive social change outwardly.
I thought about this. I have a method for you to talk about this, Michael.
Sure.
Is there a way that you could send the book to them, make sure it goes to a white person who pays top dollar for it, but then the book self-destructs upon arrival?
I think you're describing a bomb.
Well, not a bomb. Nobody's going to get hurt.
That's a federal... Mailing a bomb through the United States Postal Service, that's a federal offense, my friend.
I'm not saying a bomb. What I'm saying is a book, somehow, like, you send it in a box, and the book is rigged to catch on fire in a fireproof box. So the box is going to stay safe. The white person's hands will not be hurt. You will not be held personally liable. But they will have to watch as this thing that they are purchasing out of a stance of something that is not quite right within themselves, and they watch it be destroyed before their very eyes.
I don't know. I feel like this kind of went from eBay to entrapment, but I will brainstorm on all of those options.
Please do not feel obligated to do any of what we've talked about in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm still kind of I'm still kind of kicking around some weird stuff that I picked up. I think maybe I took a spin through some dark parts of the dark web when I was in Bill Gates's computer system. So I apologize. I don't know where that.
You may have been thinking of like something from a Mission Impossible movie where Tom Cruise gets his mission and then it kind of just fizzles out.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking like
it just kind of
like a. Yeah, no explosions. We're just talking like a fire.
Gosh.
Maybe it sets their eyebrow. Maybe it burns their eyebrows off. You know, maybe I don't know. Maybe something dear to them is destroyed, but not their life. Not a bomb. Come on.
Okay, there's no such thing as a perfect ally, but there is such thing as a criminal ally, and we want to make sure that
it's called an accomplice.
I feel like there are snails as slippery as the slope that we're talking about right now,
and we'd like to keep it that way, wouldn't we? We want to keep those snails slippery.
It's essential to their livelihood. So, I mean, yeah, let's do it. All right, let's freaking singe some white guilt into people.
There we go. All right, Nina, I'm gonna go ahead and I got some connections I may be able to put you in touch with. I'll send you an email. It's the same one you sent for the billing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll send you some info. Michael, if you know anybody, if you know any safe containers of any kind, maybe send them my way. We'll figure it all out together, all right? That's the personal touch of being back here in this corporeal realm. I can be here and help.
I'm going to try to find a safe container for this segment. Just place it over all three of us. Whatever happens in there, we walk away as friends, mutual love and respect.
Me and this exploited man both thank you very much.
Thank you, Nina. If you're ever called as a key witness in a trial for Tom, please speak your truth.
Duly noted.
Well, thank you so much, Nina. We'll see you. We'll see you. Hopefully not in a federal court testifying on my behalf.
If you get the charges, you have to accept them.
I will. I'll take that.
Care,
I'll
Nina.
take that fall.